Welcome to Global Feed. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more breaking updates. The once stable economic partnership between the United States and Canada has been thrown into chaos, sending shockwaves through industries and communities that have long depended on seamless cross-border trade. Former President Donald Trump has enacted a sweeping ban on Canadian shipments, upending decades of cross-border commerce and abruptly halting the flow of goods that millions rely on every day. The decision, announced with little warning, has left businesses scrambling to adapt and governments racing to respond. Aggressive tariffs and the end of tax exemptions for low-value parcels have created a formidable barrier, disrupting supply chains and rattling markets. Small businesses, in particular, are feeling the pinch as costs soar and delivery times stretch unpredictably. For many, the new trade landscape threatens their very survival. Canada has responded with swift, coordinated retaliation, signaling it won't stand by as its interests are threatened. Ottawa has imposed its own tariffs on American goods, and leaders are calling for unity in the face of what they describe as an unprecedented attack on Canadian sovereignty and economic security. This tit-for-tat escalation has transformed a policy dispute into a full-blown bilateral crisis, with real consequences for businesses and citizens on both sides. Families who once took cross-border shopping trips for granted now face uncertainty, while manufacturers and farmers worry about their livelihoods. The rupture raises urgent questions about the future of North American trade and the reliability of the U.S. as a partner. Economists warn that the ripple effects could extend far beyond the border, impacting global supply chains and investor confidence in the region. The world now watches as the longest undefended border becomes a symbol of deepening division. Once a model of cooperation, the U.S.-Canada relationship is now marked by suspicion and uncertainty, with both sides bracing for what comes next. The unraveling of this partnership is a stark warning about the fragility of even the strongest alliances in an era of rising nationalism. As leaders on both sides weigh their next moves, the fate of North American trade and the livelihoods of millions hangs in the balance. Trump's America First doctrine sees trade as a zero-sum game, justifying tariffs as protection for American workers, even against close allies like Canada. The administration dismantled the de minimis rule, ending duty-free entry for low-value parcels and subjecting nearly all Canadian goods to tariffs. Officials argue these moves are essential for economic security, but critics warn they ignore the integrated nature of North American supply chains. Many products cross the border multiple times, so tariffs often hit American components too, raising costs for both nations. Targeting Canada, a reliable partner, is seen by many as a politically motivated gamble with questionable long-term benefits. In the face of mounting economic pressure, Canada has launched a robust counteroffensive, determined not to stand by as its economy is threatened by external forces. The government, backed by a rare show of unity from all major parties, is making it clear that it will not simply absorb the economic blow. Across the country, factories and shipping docks have felt the strain, with workers anxious about their future. But instead of retreating, Canada is fighting back with bold, coordinated action. Prime Minister Mark Carney has fast-tracked a sweeping set of infrastructure projects, aiming to reduce the nation's reliance on the U.S. and create new opportunities for Canadian workers and businesses. The government has also imposed targeted tariffs on American goods, sending a strong message to Washington. Provincial leaders have joined the effort, each taking decisive steps to protect their local economies. In British Columbia, Premier David Eby has proposed new tolls on trucks traveling to and from Alaska, a move designed to disrupt a vital supply route and increase pressure on American businesses. The province has also banned certain U.S. products from government shelves, signaling a willingness to take tough measures, even if it means short-term inconvenience. Ontario, meanwhile, has slapped a surcharge on electricity exports to the U.S., leveraging its energy resources as a bargaining chip in the dispute. In the Yukon, government contracts for American businesses have been restricted, further tightening the economic screws and encouraging local growth. This united coast-to-coast response is designed to inflict economic pain on the U.S. and demonstrate Canada's resolve. For the first time in decades, provinces are working together, setting aside political differences for the national interest. The goal is clear: to pressure U.S. stakeholders, businesses, politicians, and the public to push for a change in course before the damage becomes irreversible. But this strategy is not without risk. The stakes are enormous, and the possibility of unintended consequences looms large. Tensions are rising at the border, with protests and delays threatening to spiral into a deeper conflict and further escalation on both sides. Canada is walking a tightrope, defending its interests with determination, but always aware that a single misstep could tip both nations into a mutually destructive trade war. The economic consequences could be severe for both countries, with jobs, industries, and livelihoods hanging in the balance. The stakes for both nations have never been higher, and the world is watching to see who will blink first. Alaska is uniquely exposed in this trade war, relying on Canadian routes for critical overland shipments. British Columbia's proposed tolls on Alaska-bound trucks threaten to raise costs and disrupt supply chains for essential goods and the state's vital oil industry. For Alaskans, already facing high living costs, further price hikes on necessities are a serious concern. Businesses must now choose between absorbing new costs or seeking slower, more expensive shipping alternatives. Governor Mike Dunleavy has called for restraint, but Alaska has little leverage in this international standoff. The state is caught in the crossfire, its economy and daily life hanging on distant negotiations. Alaska's vulnerability highlights the far-reaching impact of the US-Canada trade rupture. Political and business leaders are scrambling to respond to the fallout. Trump defends the tariffs as necessary, while Canadian leaders led by Mark Carney and David Eby present a united front of resistance and retaliation. Eby's tough stance, tolls and bans, has strong support in Canada, but US voices of dissent are growing, especially in Alaska. Governor Dunleavy and business groups warn of catastrophic impacts, urging Washington to reconsider. The international community watches with concern, seeing the dispute as part of a broader trend toward protectionism. The conflict exposes deep divisions and the high stakes of nationalist economic policies. Long-standing alliances are fraying under the pressure of political brinkmanship. The trade standoff is hitting ordinary people and businesses hard. Inflation is rising in the US, with tariffs driving up prices for food, fuel, and essentials. Disrupted supply chains threaten industries built on cross-border cooperation, forcing businesses to absorb costs or overhaul operations. Postal service halts and shipping delays are affecting small businesses and families alike. Projections warn that continued tariffs could push nearly 1 million Americans into poverty by 2026. Canadian businesses face anxiety and the challenge of finding new markets, while retaliatory measures risk raising prices at home. The Ontario electricity surcharge may bring revenue, but could undermine long-term partnerships. Both economies are navigating a new uncertain landscape where old rules no longer apply. Attention now turns to legal and diplomatic solutions, as both nations search for a way out of the current impasse. The stakes are high and the world is watching closely to see how this standoff will be resolved. The US Supreme Court has fast-tracked a challenge to Trump's tariff authority with a ruling expected soon. This rare move underscores the urgency and significance of the issue, as the outcome could reshape the rules of international trade for years to come. A decision against the administration could force a rollback of tariffs and open the door to ending Canada's retaliation. Such a ruling would not only impact the flow of goods across borders, but also send a powerful message about the limits of executive power in trade policy. If the court upholds the tariffs, only negotiation remains. Diplomats and trade officials would need to return to the table, seeking creative compromises to break the deadlock and restore stability to North American commerce. Both sides may need to modernize trade agreements, addressing e-commerce and customs concerns in exchange for lifting tariffs. Updating these agreements could help both countries adapt to the realities of a rapidly changing global economy, ensuring that businesses and consumers benefit from fair and open trade. The next few months are critical, as citizens and businesses await the court's decision and signs of diplomatic progress. Uncertainty looms over markets, and every development is closely analyzed by investors, workers, and policymakers alike. The future of North American trade hangs in the balance, either descending into deeper conflict or emerging stronger and more resilient. The choices made now will determine whether the region can overcome its divisions and build a foundation for lasting prosperity. The choices made now will define US-Canada relations for a generation, shaping not only economic ties but also the spirit of cooperation and trust between neighbors. The world waits to see which path will be chosen.